When Jeff woke, he had a cast wrapped around his face. He couldn't see anything, but he felt a cast on his shoulder and stitches all over his body. He tried to stand up, but he realized that there was some tube in his arm. And when he tried to get up, it fell out, and the nurse rushed in. "I don't think you can get out of bed just yet," she said as she put him back in his bed and reinserted the tube. Jeff sat there with no vision and no idea of what his surroundings were. Finally, after hours, he heard his mother. "Jeff, sweetie, are you okay?" she asked. Jeff couldn't answer, though. His face was covered, and he was unable to speak. "Oh, honey, I have great news. After all the witnesses told the police that Randy confessed of trying to attack you, they decided to let Lou go." This made Jeff almost bolt up, stopping halfway, remembering the tube coming out of his arm. "He'll be out by tomorrow, and then you two will be together again." Jeff's mother hugs Jeff and says her goodbyes. The next couple of weeks were those when Jeff was visited by his family. Then came the day where his bandages were to be removed. His family were all there to see it, what he will look like. As the doctors unwrapped the bandages from Jeff's face, everyone was on the edge of their seats. They waited until the last bandage holding the cover over his face was almost removed. "Well, let's hope for the best," said the doctor. He quickly pulls the cloth, letting the rest fall from Jeff's face. Jeff's mother screams at the sight of his face. Lou and Jeff's dad stare, all struck at his face. What happened to my face?" Jeff said. He rushed out of bed and ran to the bathroom. He looked into the mirror and saw the cause of distress. His face. It's horrible. His lips were burnt to a deep shade of red. His face was turned to a pure white color. His hair singed from brown to black. He slowly put his hand to his face. It had a sort of leathery feel to it now. He looked back at his family, then back at the mirror. "Jeff," said Lou, "it's not that bad." "Not bad," said Jeff. "It's perfect." His family were equally surprised. Jeff started laughing uncontrollably. His parents noticed that his left eye and hand were twitching. "Jeff, are you okay?" "Okay? I've never felt more happy. Look at me. This face goes perfectly with me." He couldn't stop laughing. He stroked his face, feeling it, looking at it in the mirror. What caused this? He may have recalled that when he was fighting Randy, something in his mind, his sanity, snapped. Now he was left as a crazy killing machine that his parents didn't know. "Doctor," said Jeff's mom, "is my son all right, in the head?" "Oh yes, this is typical behavior for patients that have taken a large amount of painkillers. If this behavior doesn't change in a few weeks, bring him back here and we'll give him a psychological test." "Oh, thank you, doctor." Jeff's mother went over to Jeff. "Sweetie, it's time to go." Jeff looks away from the mirror, his face still formed to a crazy smile. "Okay, Mom." His mother took him by the shoulder and took him to get his clothes. "This is what he came in," said a lady at the desk. Jeff's mom looked down to see the black dress pants and white hoodie her son wore. Now that they were clean of blood and stitched together. Jeff's mother led him to his room and made him put his clothes on. Then they left, not knowing that this was their final day of life. Later that night, Jeff's mother woke to a sound coming from the bathroom. It sounded as if someone was crying. She slowly walked over to see what it was. Then she looked into the bathroom and saw a horrendous sight. Jeff had taken a knife and carved a smile into his cheeks. "Jeff, what are you doing?" asked his mother. Jeff looked over to his mom. I couldn't keep smiling, Mommy. It hurt after a while, and now I can smile forever." Jeff's mother noticed his eyes, ringed in black. "Jeff, your eyes!" His eyes were seemingly never closing. I couldn't see my face. I got tired and my eyes started to close. I burned out the eyelids so I could forever see myself, my new face. Jeff's mother slowly started to back away, seeing that her son was going insane. What's wrong, Mommy? Aren't I beautiful? Yes, son. Yes, you are. Let me go get Daddy so he can see your face. She ran into the room and shook Jeff's dad from his sleep. Honey, get the gun, She stopped as she saw Jeff in the doorway holding a knife. Mommy, you lied! That's the last thing they hear as Jeff rushes them with a knife, gutting both of them. His brother Lou woke up, startled by some noise. He couldn't hear anything else, so he just shut his eyes and tried to go back to sleep. As he was on the border of slumber, he got the strangest feeling that someone was watching him. He looked up before Jeff's hand covered his mouth. He slowly raised the knife, ready to plunge it into Lou. Lou thrashed here and there, trying to escape Jeff's grip. Shh, he said. Just go to sleep.